the sunshine in the day. I'm trying to make this darkness go away.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tina and we are in my kitchen today, and I'm going to show you how to do something really creative and really fun. Something you can even incorporate your kiddos into, or if you wanted to have like people over for wine or game night, it's just kind of fun to do this, and they can take these bags home with them as well. For those of you who are new here, welcome. I do all things that are home related, so home decor, cooking, some DIYs, hauls, grocery hauls. I'm just going to start to do an outfit of the day too, because so many of you have requested it. So if you don't follow me over on Instagram, my Instagram name is Treasures by Tina 28, and a lot of you guys have asked me to do an outfit of the day, so I am going to start doing that for you, probably not next week but the week after. So if you guys are interested in that, you can follow me over there. And for everybody else, hello, welcome back. I hope you guys all find joy in this. We're in my kitchen today and we're going to do something fun. I did grab my wine, and a lot of you guys have asked the wine that I like, so this is the wine that I usually end up with. I don't know if it's Boggle or Bogle, but here it is if you guys are interested. It's a Cabernet. It's very dry. It does have like kind of earthy wood tones, I guess you could say, underneath. There's no citrus, no like berry flavor. It's very dry, very like woodsy, and that's exactly what I like. So I always usually grab one, or I grab a coffee, just so I can sit and chat with you guys. So today on my channel, we are going to be making fall themed simmer pots, and I already have all my ingredients laid out and ready to go. But sometimes, you know, even like with a candle or with your diffusers or whatever going, sometimes I just like to fill my house, that is, with more of like a fall scent. So I find that if you just put a simmer pot on the stove and just kind of let it simmer, it really just, the aroma just goes through your house. You do have to watch your simmer pots, even on the lowest, because they do have liquid, either water or I'm going to use some apple cider. So make sure you check it like every 20 to 30 minutes in case you need to add a little more. And I found that out trial and error, because I did burn my favorite simmer pot. So I always make sure that when I'm doing a simmer pot, I always keep an eye on it. So you can go watch TV, or you can go, you know, clean or do laundry or relax or whatever you're gonna do, and you can tell your Alexa or whatever, if I say it, she's gonna do it, to set, you know, a 30-minute timer or a 20-minute timer, or on your phone, and just set a timer, and then wherever you are, your hair will go off and you're like, oh, I have to go check my simmer pot. It's really important. You don't want to burn your pot or have smoke in your house or anything. But I'm gonna do a series on them, I figured. So I'm gonna do, this one is fall themed, and as the weeks go on or whatever, I may do like a Thanksgiving theme one. I'll do like some Christmas simmer pots. I'll do like winter, summer, spring, fall. When certain flowers grow outside, I'll bring those in as well. So I think it's a really fun kind of thing we can all get involved in. And for all you mamas out there, I'm an empty nester, but for all of you who have small kiddos at home, it's really kind of fun. They can make their own simmer pots, and I think it's just a really creative way to get involved with your family, or if you have a girls' night or friends over. Kind of fun to just make them and try different scents, and I really love doing it, so I wanted to share it with you guys today. So let's get started, and I'll show you how I get them going.
Let the past be filled with smoke, and I will try to fix what has been broken, and take this weight off my shoulders, cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. We got everything we need right here. Wine and burning chemistry. You and me alone. You and me alone. Inside of our embassy. Everything we need's right here. Make me sing along. Sing along. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you.
our simmer pots. I'm not going to use the apples today, but you can use apples if you want to. I have a couple lemons. My grocery store didn't have the full-size oranges, so I just bought the little cuties. So I got those. My wine, obviously. These are cranberries that were frozen, and I just kind of thawed them out. We have a mason jar with some water. I picked up some apple cider today. I cut 2 lemons and 3 of the little cuties. I have some thyme. If you don't have oranges, you could always use orange extract. And I have used that before, and it is good. I personally like to do it in cider more, but that will work if you're in a pinch. So I also have some whole cloves, some cinnamon sticks, some allspice. I also put a little bit of ground cinnamon. I have some pumpkin pie spice, and I have nutmeg. And if there's other fall things you like, you can throw anything in these simmer pots. So just be creative and have fun with it. I'm just going to show you how I kind of pre-make some of mine, and I'm going to put one together to simmer for you guys now. Okay, so those are all the ingredients I have for us to use today. And I also have some sandwich baggies. Now, if you want them to look prettier, I just did these in a pinch, but you can order like smaller mason jars from Amazon, or if you're a grocery store or Walmart or whatever has them, you can also get those, and you can put your spices in there as well. But I'm just going to show you with putting a few things in these baggies, and what we'll do is we'll put all of our dry ingredients in here. And if you wanted to put, like if you have leftover fruit that you cut up, like oranges or cranberries or things like that, that you didn't use, you can put them in the baggie with your spices. You just have to keep them refrigerated. And you're probably gonna have to use them in a day or two. I don't think cut up fruit will last very long. But when it's covered in the spices, it kind of also, all the flavors kind of marry each other as they're sitting in your refrigerator. So sometimes the simmer pots that you do, that you actually put all the ingredients in the bag and then put them in the fridge, actually smell better if they sit for a day or two. And then what you can do is you can just take the baggie out of the fridge when you want to use it, take your simmer pot, whichever pot you're going to use, you could fill it with the apple cider or water, just plain water, and then just dump your dry ingredients into it, and there you go. So it's really quick and easy for you to do. So let me show you. Let's get started. Okay guys, so the first thing I'm going to do while we make up the separate baggies is we're going to get our simmer pot started. So this is just like a little Pyrex pot that I picked up actually for Goodwill for like $1, but I thought it was just like the perfect size. I love the fact that it's like amber colored, and this is the pot that I'm going to be using for my simmer pots for right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to take our apple cider, and I'm going to put maybe like a full cup, cup and a half, there we go, into our pot. And then I'm just going to take some plain water and put in equal amounts. So just like that. Then what I usually do is I add my fruit first, and then I put my spices over the fruit, so that when it boils, it kind of all comes up together. So I'm going to take our frozen cranberries that have thawed out. I'm going to put quite a few of them in there, just because the cranberry and the apple together is my favorite. And like I said, you can omit some things or you can add in other things, whatever is the best for you. So I'm going to take that, and then some people just use the orange peels, but I actually I cut up the orange and use the whole orange. And what I do is, even before I put it in it, I just squeeze a little bit of juice in there. So I use a few of these, because when it boils, you like the fact that some of the juice is already in there with the apple and the cranberry. There we go. So just like that. And then I'm not a huge fan of the lemon smell, but with the simmer pots, I have found that even if you put in just 2 little pieces of lemon, I think it just adds a little bit of something to it, and it just marries all the flavors and all the smells together. So we're going to put that in there. And for our dry spices, I'm going to take a couple of whole cloves. I'm not going to overdo it, maybe like 4 or 5, and put those in there. Then I'm gonna take our cinnamon sticks. I haven't been able to get over to we have an actual spice store, but I haven't been able to get there, so I just bought the ones from the grocery store. So I'm probably gonna put in 3 all together. You can even give it like a little stir with your cinnamon stick if you wanted to. So there we go. So that's all that. So now we're going to take our spices that are not whole. So this is the nutmeg. And if you have whole nutmeg and you wanted to grate it on there, that's great. I didn't have it. I just had the powdered. So I'm just gonna throw a little bit on there, not too much. Throw a little bit of that. And on this one, I'm just gonna throw a tiny bit of the pumpkin pie spice. Very little. There we go. And then to top it off, our thyme, I am gonna put a sprig in there, or 2, whatever I can get off. It smells so good. And I'm gonna put that right on the top. So this is what it looks like. Now I'm gonna put it on the stove on simmer and just let it sit there. And I'm gonna show you that after, but we're gonna start putting together our bags first. But let me just show you. Okay guys, so I have my simmer pot on the stove. I just wanted to show you. And that's what it looks like. So you can just see with all the pretty colors, you can imagine how wonderful it's gonna smell when it comes on. So I just have it set on low, and I'm just gonna let it sit there on low for a little while. I might turn it up for a few minutes just to get it really going. Then I'll turn it back to low and just let it simmer. And I'll leave this on the stove for probably like about 4 hours. So let's get over to our dry ingredients and make up our baggies. Okay guys, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our baggies, or if you have jars, you could also use your jars. And what I'm gonna do is just open up a couple of them. That one didn't want to open. Let's get these open. So I'm going to do 2 of them, and I'm going to do both of them different just so you can kind of get an idea of all the things you can do. And yes, that's a siren going by, so I don't know what happened, but there it is anyway. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, since I'm going to keep these in the refrigerators, I am going to put some fruit in them. Now this will be good in the refrigerator for a few days, so don't be afraid. You're not eating it, you're just simmering it, so it's okay. So I'll put in a little bit of the lemon. I'll put in a few cranberries, like that. I will put in a sprig of thyme, just like this. And then for this one, I'm going to put in a little nutmeg. I'm going to put in our cinnamon sticks. I'm going to put in 2. And I'm going to put in a few whole cloves. So a few of our whole cloves. Just like this. And I don't think I'm going to put any nutmeg or pumpkin pie spice. I'm just going to leave this one as is, because again, I'm going to be using the apple cider with it. So this is everything that's in our bag. So we're just going to seal it. So we'll seal it just like this. And then this way, when we go in the fridge and we want to do another simmer pot, we have everything handy and ready to go. So that's one. And I'm going to show you one more. And I'm going to do this one a little bit different. If I can get it open. There we go. So with this one, I'm not going to use any lemon. I'm just going to use orange, cranberry, and for these, even though we're not eating them, for the apples, you can get any kind of apple that you want, but I wouldn't just use the peels. I would cut the apple in slices and put the apple slices in. And I actually think I am going to do that just so I can show you. So let me just grab an apple and I'll just cut a little bit off. And some people just use the apple peels, but I actually find it smells a lot better with just the apple pieces. So we'll throw a few apple pieces in there as well. I'm not going to use any thyme in this one. I am going to put in a cinnamon stick. And I am going to put in a little pumpkin pie spice. I'm just going to shove it around in there. And I'm going to put in a little bit of nutmeg. And you can put as little or as much as you prefer. So that will be this simmer pot that we have. And I just make sure it's sealed well. And you know what? I'm going to show you guys one more. Just because I have the apple cut, I should probably just get it in here now so we can not waste it. So we're going to open this up. So again, we're going to cut some apple. And like I said, you're not eating it, so if it turns a little bit of a color, that's okay. So we're going to throw our apples in here. The rest of our oranges. We're going to use a sprig of thyme. Like that. Throw a little bit of cloves in. Like so. We'll throw a cinnamon stick in. Like that. And on this one, all I'm going to throw in is a little bit of nutmeg. And this will be another simmer pot. Okay guys, so I had a couple apple pieces left from the bags we made up, so I did throw them in my current simmer pot. And I think it just looks so beautiful. You have all the fall oranges and greens and reds. It's just beautiful and it smells heavenly. Okay guys, well that was a few ideas and easy ways how to make fall simmer pots. And you could do them with any spices you have that remind you of your grandma's house or smells of your youth growing up. You know, you can use, if you have a pine tree outside, you could take some pine cones off of there and throw them in. Possibilities are really endless, but these are the simmer pots that I use all through the fall and into the winter. And like I said, I'll show you the winter simmer pots when I go to make those. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little quick and easy, fun little way to get your family involved in something as well. I'm sure your kiddos would love to make their own bags and take turns. Who's going to burn their simmer pots today? And I know my kids, when they were little, they loved doing it. And they did all kinds of crazy stuff in theirs, trust me. But it's a great way for your family to come together and bring all the smells of fall and this season into your home. So I hope you enjoyed it. Cheers, everybody. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I have lots more fall decor recipes and all kinds of things still coming up. I still have many more things to do. And share it, tell your friends. And I hope you enjoy it. If you guys have a favorite simmer pot that you do, or you already make one, please leave it down below and leave a comment down below, because I'd love to know what your recipe is or the things that you use. That's Alexa going off. Alexa, turn off. My chicken is ready. But anyway, that's real life. Sometimes I don't take out the bloopers, I leave them in because, hey, this is life and we all live it, and we all have things that happen during when we are recording and trying to get something perfect. I'm not perfect, so there we go. But anyway, I hope you enjoy. Cheers, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
Can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke, and I will try to fix what has been broken, and take this weight off.